This video is going to be my first in a series about my Tundra in my Lance 1995 camper and a big trip that my wife and I recently took out west. I'm going to review some different things. Mostly it's just a series of videos to have fun with, and after I complete kind of our locations and a review of each of them, I'm probably going to go back and talk more specifically about how the truck did, how the camper did. I do also own a Lance 2375. We're probably going to sell that one and keep the 1995. They're both great travel trailers, but I'm going to fill in more about that. If you like this video and you enjoy the content, feel free to hit like and subscribe. Please feel free to comment. It helps me know what kind of videos people would enjoy seeing in the future, and thank you for watching. For some of you that may be new, one of our first stops along the way and a place we like to stop when we travel is at Cracker Barrels. Cracker Barrel will allow you to park overnight with your RV or travel trailer, and of course they hope that you come in and patronize them either in the evening or in the morning. We generally stop late, so we usually go in for dinner. It also allows us to get up early and get going frequently before they open and without really disturbing much of anyone else, because everybody there is kind of up to the same thing. We took our time getting out west and decided to stop our second night in Nebraska at a harvest host called Shillingbridge Winery and Brewery. We had a great meal, great beer there, and it was a beautiful place to spend the evening. View from the patio at Shillingbridge Winery along our way to Yellowstone National Park with some other stops along the way. This is in Pawnee, Nebraska. This is our 1995 Lance and our Toyota Tundra packed in the back of the parking lot at Shillingbridge Winery for the night. Nice little stay here with good pizza and great appetizers. From Pawnee, Nebraska, it was approximately 7 hours of additional driving to go ahead and get to our first destination, which was Wall Drug and Wall, South Dakota, right outside of Badlands National Park. There's plenty of parking there. We were able to put our 1995 and our Tundra into a spot quite easy. There were plenty of bigger rigs parked all over the place. After we grabbed some lunch and we were able to explore the amazing tourist trap that is Wall Drug, we went ahead and found a spot at what is known as Nomad View in the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. This is one of the most beautiful spots we ever camped, and it was truly amazing. This is the view we had looking out over the Badlands from Nomad View. There were hundreds of other RVers and campers there of various varieties. We even saw some big Class A's up there. It was amazing that they made it up some of those rutted grooves to get to these campsites, but they did. Nomad View is not hard to find. It's about 4 or 5 miles south of Wall, South Dakota, and just before you arrive to the Pinnacles entrance and at the Pinnacles Ranger Station for the Badlands National Park. Well, we were able to get out and see some beautiful wildlife in the Badlands. Of course, it was windy, made recording tough. We were also able to go out and do a couple short hikes before the evening came, and then as evening came, some more of the wildlife came out and gave us some absolutely extraordinary views. Just before sunset, we were able to get this absolutely amazing photo of this bighorn ram staring off at the sun as it was beginning to go down. And as we headed back towards our campsite, we caught this beautiful view of the first bison we had come across on our trip. We would see thousands more. After the sun had set completely, it was quite dark in the Badlands that evening, and what you're seeing here is looking towards the west. That is not a storm on the horizon or the remnant of the sunshine. What that is the lights over Rapid City about 70 miles or so away. The next morning we arose to this beautiful sunrise that we could see right out our windows and out our door from our Lance 1995 that just made the Badlands look spectacular before we went out to see the wildlife. There's a bison in Badlands National Park right by the entrance. Sunrise. Hard to get a perspective on that, but that bison is as big as my Tundra. And he's about 20 feet away. We're sitting in the truck. Prairie dog town, the buffalo, has decided to take up the viewpoint. Buffalo getting his morning stretch in. Badlands National Park. In addition to the beautiful landscapes at the Badlands, we continued to see plenty of wildlife like the prairie dogs of Prairie Dog Town. There were just thousands of them. We also came across multiple other animals, including more bighorn sheep and even some pronghorn. After viewing plenty of the wildlife, we went back to make a breakfast and got greeted by some visitors that included a family of bighorn sheep. Ultimately, it was so beautiful at Nomad View. On our way back from Wyoming, we decided to make this an overnight stop again. Again, beautiful sunset, beautiful setting, and it was amazing how many people are around this area. When you look at Nomad View on Google Maps, you can see hardly anybody. I think I only spotted 2 RVs in the entire area. When we were there were literally hundreds of RVs and campers scattered all along the rim of the Badlands. It was a beautiful spot to take our Tundra and our Lance 1995 travel trailer. I never had to put it in four-wheel drive despite some deep ruts there. We did get just a little bit of rain the last night we were there, but it didn't make a difference. There was one steep area when you climb from the northernmost entrance, but we were able to make it in two-wheel drive, never had to put it in four-wheel drive, and why the Lance is very durable, and while it was quite windy, it stood up to it through the evening quite well. I would definitely recommend giving this a try if you're interested in this type of camping.